Well, alright guys, here we go then, another Easter classic, Hot Cross Buns. There's far too many ingredients to talk you through here, so they're all in the description below, and I mentioned them in the video anyway. I've got everything weighed out ready, apart from the flour, because if I weighed that out, you wouldn't see anything else on the table. The only thing I'm doing differently, which isn't there at the moment, is I'm using my own marmalade as the glaze at the end. A bit less traditional, but it should bring out the orangey flavours. Okay then, let's get cooking. You want me to see the scales? Did anybody else get this with flour bags? No matter what you do, they always get a tear in them somewhere. Look. Nightmare. I suppose I should put it into a container really. But right, 500 grams. And I'll leave that there because we need that for dusting the work surface. That's the scales done with. Right, sugar and salt to one side. 10 grams of yeast to the other side. Right, in with the 2 eggs. 40 grams of soft butter, unsalted. Right, you want all the milk in. This is warm, whole fat, full fat milk. All the milk, that's 120 ml, and half of the water, and that should be about 120 ml as well. Probably need a lot less than that, and that's cool water. And the only way around this is get your fingers in. Somewhat satisfying, I suppose. Very rich dough, this. Trying to use the wet bit to pull the dry bits off the side. I mean, it could be you need more water or less water. All depends on the hydration of the flour. Getting to be a bit of a shaggy dough at the moment. But the butter's all stuck together still. So that'll come out in the kneading though. Just a little drop in there to pick those bits up. The thing with doing it with your hands is you can feel when it's right. I mean, that's good. That feels good, but there's a lot left, so a little drop more. Oops, that might be a bit much, but let's see. See, when the ball cleans the side of the bowl, you know you're just about there, and it's not all sticky. So let's get rid of that. A bit of flour. Leave a little pile there for using. Start kneading. About 5 to 10 minutes of this. Until it's ready, when you stretch the dough and it doesn't tear like that. So we've got a bit to go yet. Got to get the gluten strings forming. This was a good buy, this stainless work surface. I used those, where are we? Oh, I've got one other thing. Just grab it quickly, hang on. I bought a few of these silicone ones. Not as much use as a chocolate fire guard, I tell you. They're probably okay for pastries, but they're certainly no good for doing this, because the mat would follow. Now this will probably take a fair while to rise actually, because it's got butter and milk in it. So it's got a lot of oil, so it's quite rich. And that slows down the yeast and the gluten strands and everything. It's the gluten strands that combine together to provide the pockets for the carbon dioxide to make the rise, you know, or eventually, ultimately, the loaf to become a loaf. Without the yeast, it's just leavened bread and unleavened bread. I reckon. There we are, look. See that? Trying to show you on both cameras, nice and smooth. And in focus. That'll do. So, into a nice little ball. See, it's not ripping, so that's good. That'll do. Just a little bit. I've got a tissue here, just a little bit. And what we're after, as usual, double in size. So about an hour. Doesn't matter how long it takes, doubles in size. It's no good saying leave it for an hour, because it could be like that still. Just cover it to stop the skin forming on top. Stop it becoming crusty, if you like. I'll do then, and I'll see you in about, well, as long as it takes. Okay guys, that's just about doubled. I'll show you in a second. All I'm going to do is quickly just get zest of a couple of oranges. Always makes me sneeze, oranges. I'm so allergic to them. I might be alright today, but when I got dismissed from the submarine service a long time back because well, it turned out I got asthma. And in the day, back then, you couldn't be asthmatic in submarines. Because if you had problems, they couldn't treat you down below, you know. Even though my allergies and my asthma was all down to allergies. As a, you know, not a nervous asthma or nothing like that. It was all down to cats, dogs, house dust, house mites, oranges, and believe it or not, horses. When you go for an allergy test, they ask you what you think you're allergic to. So you tell them, and they got this big chest, loads and loads of little vials in it of concentrated juices of cats, dogs, horses, or whatever. And they put a little drop of it on your arm, and they put a little pin in and just prick through it, clean it, prick through it, and it swells up and it goes a bit red, and they look at it and they go, yeah, that's a number 1, or that's a number 2. And they said, anything else you're allergic to? I said, well, I went horse riding once and my eyes swelled up. So we did horses, and honestly, the horse test, it went an inch high, and it took in 4 other tests. And in the end he said, you know, the best thing for you is actually to stay on submarines, and because there's no horses on submarines, and it's probably the best place for you. You won't ever be ill again. But unfortunately, I was dismissed. Well, not dismissed. Pretty really, because I loved it. Right, quickly just going to peel an apple. Any old dessert apple will do. You don't want to cook it, you want it sweet. Right, all we need is very, very small, finely chopped. Don't want great big chunks in your hot cross bun. That's about doubled. Yeah. Right, so we're gonna. Oh, that's all right. Cool. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to pour everything on top and then knead it in. So it's going to make a right mess in it. Could do it in the bowl, I suppose. And what we're going to do is knead it in by sort of incorporating it all like this. There we go. And mixing it all in. Right, that's gone very wet again now, look. So what we're going to do, we're going to add some more flour to that. You can hear it, listen to this. Yeah, sort of squidgy, you don't want it to be squidgy. That'll do, we're going to leave that. And this time, about an hour again. Sort of double it again, you know. Okay then guys, well that's been just over an hour. Looks alright. Yeah, spongy, soft bounces back. That'll do. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to weigh it in the what you call it. 2 seconds, hang on. You won't be able to see the numbers, but what I'm going to do, so I want to divide this into 12 lots. So that is 1490. So I'm going to tip that out. That came out quite well. Yeah, happy with that. Weigh the bowl. And the bowl is 350. 350, subtract that from there. 6, 1160. Divide by 12. Just about 100 grams each, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. So it'll be 100 grams per, whatchamacallit, per roll, hot cross bun. So, a little bit of flour, 100 grams, remember that. So what I'm going to do, just going to knock the gas out of it yet again. Poor old hot cross bun. I say the easiest way to do this is get that back to 0. Yeah. So cut it in half roughly. Just going to do it rough and then add little bits to it, you know what I mean? So what do you want out of that? 6 out of that, so that's that. Cut that like that. And then 3 of each. They're going to be too small. So, yeah. I'm just going to put those over there for now. 100. Obviously the first lot was a bit heavier, so yeah, they'll be right. Right. Okay, now just going to roll these. That's better. 4 by 3, and we want them fairly close together. Well, all you do for rolling them is use the cup of your hand. Yeah, do. Right, so that's them. Look. Can you see them? There we are. Not too bad actually. Right, I'm going to put cling film over that. I'm going to do lightly grease or oil a bit of cling film. I'm just going to lightly spray this. I don't want it to stick, look. As you can see, it's a bit sticky. Here we are. That'll do. And let those rise again. About an hour, I guess. Okay, guys. Well, we're about 45 minutes into the latest proof. I'll tell you what, this isn't a recipe if you're in a hurry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make up the paste for making the cross on top. So we've got about, I don't know, what's that, 50 odd ml of water, about a tablespoon of oil, and I'm just going to mix flour in, make a nice paste out of it. Going to need more than that, that's for sure. can always add a drop more water. I'm going to use a fork for this. Right, I've got a piping bag. I'm not going to use my good piping bag for this because the flour will ruin it. You can use any plastic bag, see-through plastic bag preferably. Just cut the corner off. Okay then, here we go. They look alright. Right, you do not want to make the hole too big in your piping bag. So I'm going to have a little practice on this side over here, just to make sure it's coming out alright. Yeah, that's it. Right, so what we do, start off the bun and finish off the bun, and don't follow the contour of the buns. Okay, otherwise you'll end up with a big gooey mess in the middle. So just straight over like that. That's it, and finish off like that. The next one. I'll tell you what, it's hard not to follow the line. There we go. Oops. Right then, in the oven, 180 Celsius for about 20 minutes. And as I keep saying, see you in a bit. Oh, there we are then. 20 minutes later. Oh, still a bit warm. Right, so what we're going to do now then is quickly make up the glaze. Let's put that to one side. I'm not using for this, I'm using my marmalade like I said. And a drop of water. You can use, well, more traditionally is apricot jam. Or you can use a golden syrup and or icing sugar even. Make up your own mix. Just going to get that in the microwave for a few seconds just to warm it up a bit. And I'm reckoning, my thinking is that the marmalade will bring out the orange, the zest we put in, bring out the flavour or add to the flavour. Oh, here we go then. Nice and gooey and messy this is. A little bit brown on this side. That's probably why I didn't turn them quick enough. You can see where the glaze brings out the cross a bit more, makes it stand out a little bit more. Right, yeah, so I'm going to give that 5 minutes or so. And then grab some butter and give it a taste test. Lovely! Okay then, better try one, hadn't I? Swap you for you. Ooh, cut you up down there. Still a bit sticky, but that's what we want, isn't it? Oh, lovely crumb, look at that. Brilliant. Licking my fingers, marmalade. Bit of spreadable butter. Let's go for the top first with the glaze. Here we go then, guys. Fantastic. That's not a bad shout using marmalade. Brings out the orange on the inside. Oh, look out Tesco, here I come. I'll tell you what, guys. That is so worth making. Takes a while, but during all these hours of proofing, You can go and do something like do some gardening, you know, loads of things you can do. Right, there we go then. My fruity marmalade glazed hot cross buns. Soft and shiny and smelling absolutely amazing. If you give them a go, let me know how you get on. And I tell you what, I'll see you on the next recipe.